Hi Pisces, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Okay. Okay. Not something you need to know. Present energy. This is... Wait. If this is... Okay. Side. Okay. So what else for Pisces for what they need to know? Okay. What else for Pisces? Alright, anything else before I put the deck down? Alright, one moment Pisces, because you already know I don't like to see the cards before they're placed. Okay, this main or side? Main, side, or none of the above? Side. Main, where does it go? Option. This is... Wait. This is... Wait. Yeah, put it back in the deck. The present moment? Okay. Okay, Pisces, this down here is your side messages, but we're not going to get into that until after the main spread. So let's see. Oh, you have the crown. Abundance. 5 of water. 5 of earth. Queen of water. Body and mind. 4 of fire. And the ace of water. Yeah, you have all 4 elements on here. Let's see. The energy you're currently moving in is the crown. Sorry about that, Pisces. Okay, but what I was saying is that you're currently moving in the crown energy. The crone is typically someone who is strong, independent, goes against the grain, goes against society, like goes against the typical norms, but it doesn't come up often, where the crone can also be seen as the grandmother type figure that overindulges. That overindulges, spoils the grandchildren, and sometimes goes against the wishes of the parents. I'm not saying that's you, but it's you, Pisces, but it's the energy that's coming up for you is close to it, where Spirit, how best do you want me to It's kind of like people-pleasing energy. You're going along with something even if it's not necessarily for you. Like if it's not in your best interest, if it's not in your best wishes. Yeah, just like the grandmother, because it's not her, not just like the elderly grandmother spoiling the grandchildren. It's not in her best interest if you spoil the heck out of the grandchildren. Sure, you want to see them happy, but at the end of the day, their parents are going to be pissed off and mad because you allow them to do something that they weren't supposed to do. So you allow them because when you allow them to do something they're not allowed to do, you got them hopped up on sugar, knowing dang well they're not allowed to eat candy. They have certain food allergies, but you're giving them that shit anyway because you want to be the nice, fun and loving grandma. And you're kind of having energy close to that, Pisces. Whether it could be with whether family or friends, even with work. You have this kind of like, it's coming off where you have kind of like this people-pleasing attitude. If someone has to work the late shift, you're not going to volunteer to. You may either volunteer or overextend yourself to do it, just so nobody else has to. When it comes to your friends, it's like you're not treating them fairly. It's more like you're enabling them. You're enabling their bad habits. The same bad habits that you know are not that you know are a problem. They're not necessarily good for you, but it's like you enable it anyway. For one, you don't want to be seen as a bad friend, or two, if you don't go with it, it's going to cause problems later down the road. So you just say yes anyway, because that's the answer you're going to give in the long run. When it comes to family members, it's like you're always helping them out. You're always helping them out. You're always saying, yes, sure, I have a couch for you to sleep on. Sure, you can stay an extra night. What's mine is yours. Yeah, it's fine. You can eat up everything in the house. I can always buy more food later. It's like the energy you're currently moving in is like you're enabling bad habits that you know are not good for you or anybody else in the long run. You're going against your best interest. You're going against your own best interest. As far as the energy in your environment, you have abundance. You do and you don't. It's coming off where you have a lack of abundance, but at the same time it's contradicting because you have more than enough to share, but it feels like a lack of abundance. You have more than enough to go around, but you don't have enough to keep for yourself. Okay. Let me see one moment to see if I pick up on any other people around you. Because this is supposed to be the natural environment. Sometimes what happens is that there's someone in your environment that can either be difficult to pick up on because they're either lingering in the background or they don't want to be noticed. Man, it's so strange. Yeah, I'm not picking up on anybody specific or anyone, not even friend, family, or household residents. Like, say for example, if you live with roommates. It comes off more of where you have abundance around you. You could have a spacious home, plenty of food to go around. The words of spirit. How do you want me to say that? How do you want me to? Oh, okay. So yeah, you have more than enough to share. You can have a big and spacious apartment or house. Your food can be stocked to the ceiling. You always have a place to shelter somebody if need be. If someone ever had to borrow money from you, you'd still have money left over to spare. It's the way that you're handling your environment that's the issue. You're constantly giving because you know you have, but at the end of the day, it's like you're left with nothing after that. It's like you're not keeping track of your. It's like you're not keeping track. The more you give to others, you're not keeping track of how much you're giving. You're not keeping track of how much you're spending on somebody else. You're not keeping track of how much food you're going through in a week. So before even the week ends, you find that you're low on money, you're low on cash, you don't have money in savings. You have to start rationing your food because you don't have enough to make it to your next payday. You have what you need. You have everything you need, but you may not be responsible with it. Okay, responsible is the wrong word. You may be too freely giving. Yeah, because say you're not responsible, it would be to imply that you're just wasting it, but you're not wasting it. You're giving it to those you know who could benefit from it and who actually do need it. Issue is you're giving away more than you can spare, and you don't realize that until it's too late. What serves as your strength and also your weakness. This is the first time I've gotten this. Usually it's neutral. Actually, no, second. In different reading, it kind of went back and forth between strength and weakness depending on the day. But for you, Pisces, it's the same for you as well, where this is both your strength and your weakness. With the Five of Waters, you feel a self-pitying energy. Down on your luck, you feel defeated. Not sure what you're going to do. But one thing that you're not doing is you're not playing the victim, because you know your own faults. You see them clear as day. Yeah, so how it's played through weakness is that you sometimes sit in that self-pitying energy of, what am I going to do? But at the same time, it works as your strength, because you hold yourself accountable to things. You hold yourself accountable to why you're in the situation that you're in. The only thing that's stopping it from being of strength instead of weakness is that you still go back and forth. You still engage in the same behavior that puts you in the self-pitying energy, where now you have to be responsible and take accountability for what it is you did to put yourself in the safe. Like a cycle that keeps on going round and round until you figure it's time to break it. And because it's self-pitying energy, you don't stay in it for long. This defeated energy, you don't stay in it for long. It may take some time, but you transition away from it. You stand on your own 2 feet and you make a way for yourself, because you know that you feeling down on your luck is not going to do anybody good. It's not going to do anything for you, and it's damn sure not going to do anything for the people that you support. You always find a way to make a way. And that's the part of this, that's your strength. As far as your present moment, you have the 5 of Earth. Now, this is not necessarily you, but someone around you. They're engaging in behaviors that they know have unforeseen or unfortunate consequences, but they're not the ones that are paying the price. Yeah, they have highly manipulative energy. Some way, somehow, they always get what they want and they don't have to worry about the consequences. Yeah, they make sure it's those that are around them that suffers, but never them. They always come out ahead, they always come out on top, they always make sure they get what they need, no matter the cost to anybody else. Spirit showing me that they're the magician and the magician's assistant at the same time. You know how when you either go to a carnival, you can either go to either a carnival or a magic show, and the magician is usually up on stage performing tricks, and the magician's assistant there to quote unquote assist them with the performance. It's like they play both roles at the same time, whereas the magician assistants, they make sure they're directing your attention to what they do want you to see and not paying attention to and not paying full attention to what the magician is doing or how the trick is being conducted. It's like they're performing. It's like they're tricking you and manipulating your vision at the same time. Where if they were to ask you for something or if they were to do something, they'll have you thinking it's for one thing. They may tell you that they need money for their car, they may need that money for this. And for the longest time you believe them because the situation itself could be true, where their car is not working properly, but what they're actually doing is taking that money and spending it on something else. A little bit goes to the car fund, but now they come back the next day and saying, oh, the price changed, we need a little bit more. And it's like they're distracting you from what it is they're doing. They're using them what they give you for only, maybe about half of it for what they're telling you it's for, while the rest of it either goes into their pocket, goes into their saving, or goes towards something that they really want. For some of you, they've been getting away with this for the longest time because you may not know any better, or 2, you may actually believe them because their story is actually believable and they have proof for what they're saying, that they really do need help with this, they really do need assistance. But the situation is not as bad as they're making it seem. That's for some of you, not all of you, but because they're just coming off with a liar. For some of you, this person is coming off with a lying, thieving energy. They would steal money out of your pockets if they could, but can you really call it stealing if you give it to them willingly? Sure, they may have tricked you with their words, but you're the one who opened your pockets. And you did it because you cared. It's like they're using your love and affection for them against you and blinding you to what's really going on. Now, for most of you, it's not that severe. For most of you, they're just being highly manipulative in what it is they're doing to get what they want, because they know they're not going to suffer the consequences for anything. You're the one who's going to do it. Wait, for some of you, they may even be saying they don't have money to go food shopping, that they may not have money to pay for childcare, they may not have money to pay their rent. They have the fucking money. They just don't want to spend it. So they have you use your benefit card to buy them food. They have you dip into your savings to help pay for their rent. Like, for some of you, this person is really unbelievable. Because what they're asking for, they do have it. They don't want to spend it, and why spend it when there's someone else who's willing to give it? And for you though, if you be in the enabling energy, like you're enabling somebody's bad habits, for the Chrome, some of you may have caught on to this person already, that some of these things they're saying is over your lie, but you're enabling it anyway, or you have reason to believe that they're blowing through their money, that they're not as responsible as you are. So you help take care and support them to make sure that they can stay afloat. And again, you're enabling their behaviors that's getting them into the hole in the first place. Now, whether you're aware that you're enabling them or not, it doesn't change the fact that they're manipulating the fuck out of you because they know exactly what they're doing. They never have to worry about their own responsibilities because they know that someone's going to be there to catch them when they fall. That person being you. Now, based off of the current energy that came out so far, there's one of three paths, of course, of action you can take based on the energy that came out so far. The first one being the Queen of Water. With the Queen of Water, you are highly intuitive, and you're picking up on this person's game long before they played it. So for those of you who resonate with this path, you can be highly intuitive whether you're aware of it or not. So you may have already gotten an inkling that this person is misleading you. You may even be seeing gaps in this person's story. Like, even if it logically makes sense, something doesn't quite feel right. Not only that, you may be taking your emotions out of the equation. Being that they're manipulative in their own way, it stands to reason that they could be emotionally manipulating you. But with the Queen of Water, you're not letting your emotions influence your decision making. Like, if you feel bad for this person, you're gonna suck it down and still do what you gotta do at the end of the day to protect yourself. You're not gonna let guilt, fear, shame hold you back for making a decision that's in your best interest. Especially when you start to listen to the part of you that's saying that something's not quite right, because y'all are picking up on the fact that something's not quite right. Some of you with this path, you may even told this person no, because Spirit is showing me like somebody overreacting, being angry, fussing, and screaming, but it's not you. It's more like you're the one being screamed at and yelled at as you're blowing things out of proportion. Just because you saying I don't have it. You've been in tough times before. What makes this so different? So yeah, with this path, you could have like put your foot down gingerly and said no, or limited how much you could do for this person, limited how much you could give to this person, and they freaked out. Now, if that did happen already and you resonate with this path, you keyed in on that, and your intuition may have even started to scream at you like, there's no way this person is acting over a simple word. And you're running through your mind as to why it is, and your intuition is letting you know that something's not right with this person. You're being played. Either you're being played, they're being deceitful, or there's something going on behind the scenes that you need to pay closer attention to. Like, they're going to react in some way, shape, or form, quite possibly in the near future, that's going to have you notice even more, pick up even more on their behavior. And how they'll respond to you if you tell them no, or if you give them a reason for why you can't do something, or limiting their access to your funds and resources. Spirit saying it's not going to be pretty. But anyway, for the second path, of course, of action, you have body and mind. It's like your body and mind are acting instinctively when it comes to this person in particular. Like anyone else, you have boundaries, you have barriers, you have your walls up, you have your mental and emotional defenses, and it shows in your stance. So yeah, for anyone else who comes to you with these same problems or these same requests that this person comes to you with, can see it in your face, can see it in your body language, what the answer is going to be. But with this person, you're an open book. The answer is yes. Yeah, it's like they know when to say something and when to pull back if you give yourself away mentally through your physical actions, the way that you stand, the way you carry yourself. And with this path, let's key in on you a little bit more, Pisces. For some of you, you may start to become more aware of your thoughts. Control your thoughts, you control your actions. You feel sorry for this person, yes, but it should not dictate your next move. You shouldn't be so quick to take an action based on how your feelings are influencing your thoughts. So you maybe notice how your thoughts are changing based on how you feel when it comes to that person. So yeah, they could be pulling on your heartstrings. They can also be manipulating how you feel emotionally to get you to either change your mind or believe what they say. But with body and mind, it's like you're not taking them out of the equation, you're just becoming aware of them. You're aware of how your thoughts are changing based on your emotional reaction. And how it leads to a behavioral response. Yeah, you may be trying to break the cycle or break the pattern. One can't influence the other. It has to be in complete harmony, a complete agreement. If I say it's no, it's no. Yeah, so it's like you're trying to keep the thought in your head. No, the answer is no. No, the answer is no. I gotta stand my ground firmly for it to start, and it'll start showing on a physical level. You may not be aware of it, but once you solidify your thoughts, thinking in, my answer is no. You're not gonna change my mind. I'm doing what's best and right for me. Yeah, you're not going to be aware of it, but it is going to influence how you show up physically, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you stand, the way you carry yourself. This other person might be taken back a little bit, but you know what? That's the point. You can catch them off guard and hit them with something they've never seen before. They've never seen you stand so firmly in your decision to say no and stick to it regardless of what they say, regardless of what they say or need. Last path or course of action, you have the Four of Fire. You're not wavering this time. You don't want to hit close to your target. You want to get it exact. You want to hit a dead shot right in the center. It comes across like whenever this person speaks to you, what they're saying, you end up developing a shaky hand. You miss your target every time. It's like you forget how to aim and focus. So yeah, this person may have a way with words because the way it's showing up, you can walk into a situation, you're focused, you're determined. You already know exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. Short, sweet, and simple. Direct to the point. But once they start speaking, it's like you're ready to put your bow down, drop the arrow. But right before that, your hands start shaking, your aim is off, your focus is off. You're trying to bring your attention back to where you want to what it is you want to say or what it is you want to do, but it's like to get you every single time. But with this path, you're dead sure you can't keep doing this anymore. You have to hit your target, you have to do it well. No more mistakes. This time will be the last time, so yeah, whatever you agreed to the last time around, it could have been something like, yeah, it could have been something real bad for you. Some of y'all walking away with your head held in shame, like you can't believe that you did that. For some of you, you could literally have left yourself penniless. Not just penniless, empty household, no food, a loss of shelter, like some of y'all could really lose it all behind this person, and you know that. And at this point in time, it's either you or me, and it sure as hell can't be me. So it's gotta be you. That's for some of you, not all of you, but for those that apply to, that is your key motivation to stick into what you gotta say, and making sure that you're not the one facing a downfall with whatever it is they come to next. With whatever it is they come to you next. And you're adamant about saying no. You're adamant about turning them down. You're adamant about refusing. Also walking away quietly if you can't get your point across. Now, regardless of the path or course of action you take, what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, you have the Ace of Water. Your heart is closed for repair, closed for construction. You are cutting all ties and starting fresh somewhere new. Dang, somewhere new, somewhere else, somewhere far as fuck away from you. Don't come and follow me. Keep your dusty ass right where I left you. Okay. Some of y'all have some very strong feelings, Pisces. Sorry about that, but like I was saying, Pisces, some of y'all have some seriously strong feelings when it comes to this person. But regardless, in the upcoming weeks, y'all, if you're not emotionally disconnecting from this person, you're straight up cutting ties with them and walking away. Some of y'all is forever. Some of y'all want to make sure it's dang permanent. Like, if you were to move, you do not want this person to know where you live. Alright, can we focus on the vast majority, please? Yeah, you don't want to take your love and give it to someone who's more deserving. Someone who will cherish it and not someone who will abuse your good nature. Someone who will protect your heart, love it how it is, instead of asking for more, knowing damn well they can't provide the same. So yeah, Pisces, regardless of what path or course of action you take, you are starting over and looking for someone else. Now, if this person is a friend or a family member, wait, not even some of them? Very few of you will just be limiting access, but for the vast majority, you want to cut all ties, regardless if they're a family member or a friend. You want no parts. Yeah, they will be out here doing too much. Wait, let's clarify for Pisces, please. Let's clarify for Pisces. Let this fly or put it back in. Let it fly. Oh shit. Wait. This? Don't put it back in the deck? Okay. Let's not something you need to know. This is, wait, abundance or five of water? Five of water. This one is abundance. This is not it. Not something you need to know. This, side note. Not something you need to know. Side. This is, yeah, side. Okay, let's see. For the crown, you have judgment. Dang. Alright. This can go one of two ways. Pisces, for some of you, the situation you're currently dealing with, you gotta say it is karma. Wait. It's karma, but it's not your karma. Some of you may have met this person. They're a friend of a friend. And that's how you ended up meeting them. And now they're tied to you. It comes across where this is somebody else's karma that you was not meant to take on. So So for that to be the case, okay. Spirit, can you please it's like this person was most likely karma for your friend for something that they did. And if your friend removed themselves from the situation, like removed themselves from this person, that's now coming to you for everything. They latched onto you. Yeah. And if it wasn't through a friend, then it might have been a family member, because this person was not meant to latch onto you. They were karma for somebody else, for something that they did in their life. But because you met them before your friend or family member disconnected from them, it's like they're leeching off of you because they need somebody. They need somebody to drain. They need somebody to take care of them, even though they can take care of themselves. Yeah, this type of person is like a parasite. Now, that is for some of you, not all. For the vast majority of you, you have been warned away from this person. Your intuition, your spirit guides, your higher power, whether that be spirit, God, Allah, or any other name you identify as your higher power, they have been warning you probably since the day you met them to stay the fuck away from them. That they're not meant to be in your energy. They're not meant to enjoy your blessings. Now, unfortunately, some of you did not pick up on the signs, especially if it was given to you in a way you did not recognize. But for others of you who are intuitive or are spiritual, like it's like you was not paying attention, like the warning signs the spirits was trying to give you went over your head. And now you find yourself stuck in a situation where you're enabling somebody that don't need to be enabled. Yeah, spirit of you saying, we showed you the signs, we showed you their true colors, we gave you the synchronicities, we showed you the repeating patterns. You missed all them signs. And coming to me asking me for help. I tried to warn you Spirit tried to warn y'all in advance. But like I said, if the message was given to you in a way that you didn't recognize, because if like you're someone who doesn't really know the synchronicities, if you don't really if you ask Spirit for a sign but they give it to you in a way you didn't expect, you didn't notice it. You didn't recognize that was actually your sign to avoid something and move in a different direction. But yeah, Spirit did try to warn you about this person. Regardless of whether you met them through a friend or not, or a family member or not, Spirit tried to give you a heads up and warn you in advance. Y'all just didn't notice it. In regards to abundance, you have the 10 of chalices. Yeah, you have prosperity. You have all that you could ever need. Your life is full of joy, youth, happiness. You have personal connections. For some of you, you could have a strong family unit. So if you're close to your parents, if you're close to your aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews, you may have a strong family structure. But if that's not the case, overall, you just have a happy life. You have the career you want, you have the job you want, you have your close knit of friends. Your house and responsibilities are always taken care of. It's like you want for nothing. You have an ample supply of all of what you need. It just runs out faster than you intended. And it's strange how I didn't pick up on them in this part, being that they are part of your environment, being that they're draining your dang resources. But for them to not come up in the natural environment, yeah, Spirit thinks they're hiding their tactics. They're trying to remain unseen. So how they're moving, how they're manipulating you, the things they're doing, they're aware of what they're doing. They're just hoping that they're trying to be, some of them they may be trying to be incognito with it, not make it too obvious, not make it too clear, keep their true intentions hidden. So they actually didn't come up in the natural environment. But anyway, sorry, Pisces, I just found it a little bit surprising that they didn't come up here, but showed all up in your present moment. Anyway, to make it a full-on strength, you have the Four of Swords. Take a moment to pause, rest, breathe. The answer will become clear. Yeah, because the way it's showing is like you're in fight or flight mode. Whenever this card is showing up as your weakness and you're sitting in your self-pitying energy, it's like you're in flight to the point you just you're not going to run away from the situation, but you may be thinking about it. Because you're on tip of giving up. Whereas when you're in fight mode, that's when it's a strength. You're ready to stand up, pick yourself up, think about how you got yourself into the situation, and figure out how you can get yourself out of the situation and do better next time around. Only for the same old cycle to repeat. But if you were to stop to breathe, stop, take a breath, the answer will become clear to you. Because right now, it's so if you're fucking up your health, it's keeping you in a state of anxiety. But the moment you calm down, the moment you allow your mind to relax, the answer is right in front of you. You will see the root of your problem is not directly related to anything you're doing, but how someone else is treating you, how somebody else is how somebody else is not thinking of your best interest. It's not coming up yet as taking advantage, because that may not be how you view it at this current time. Just that they're misusing you, mishandling you, and not appreciating what you bring. And the moment you have that realization is where this turns into a full-on strength. And you're dead set on not repeating the same cycle, because you're becoming more consciously aware of the games that are being played. And with the Five of Earth, the wheel is definitely not turning in this person's favor anymore. It came to a grinding halt. Yeah. The wheel is this beginning and the ending of a cycle, and so far the cycle has kept on repeating, where they have a problem or claim to have a problem, come to you, you help them out, you feel like you're stuck in a ditch somewhere, you pull yourself out the rut, you get back on your feet, and the cycle repeats. But the cycle is starting all over again, but the wheel is turning, but in the word of spirit, how do you want me to say it? It's not the same old cycle, a brand new cycle. A brand new cycle where they have to stand on their own. Because you abruptly came to a halt and now they have to keep on turning the wheel by themselves. They have to continue the cycle by themselves. And they're not keen on doing that. They don't want to do that. They'd rather you turn the wheel, keep turning the wheel, keep turning the wheel, keep repeating the cycle, keep repeating the cycle, keep repeating the cycle, and suck it up and be okay with that. But now that you're refusing to engage, you're not engaging in the same old cycle and trying to start a brand new one. It's like they don't want to play this game with you anymore. You change the difficulty level, now it's too boring because it's too hard. For some of you, this person may try to keep on repeating the same old cycle with you, even though you're pushing for a new one. Like, if you were to tell them no, if you restrict their access, if you try to walk away from them, they may do what they can to get you to respond the way they want you to respond, and keep on supplying them with the benefits they've always received. And if that don't work, honestly, some of them may move on to somebody less someone that's more compliant, that has less of a backbone, and will stand up to their tricks. Yeah, now that if you're saying no to them, they're gonna find somebody else. But as for some of you, not all of you. Oh, with the Queen of Water clarified by the Ten of Swords, you are releasing something to the wind. You are releasing it, letting it go. Don't come back. I'm good over here. So yeah, for those of you who resonate with this path or course of action, you are releasing this person to the wind and hope they fly on their own. And if they fall flat on their face, you don't give a fuck. The same way you had to pick yourself up off the floor every single time when you fell and this person didn't help you up because he couldn't care less if you're perched on their it's time for you to return the favor, apparently. They hope you sit and pray, you perched in a tree while you fell flat on your face time and time again, and now it's your turn to return the favor. You hope you're sitting on your high horse, standing on your pedestal. They struggling to fly and figure it out. It's like you hope you're sitting there somewhat taunting them like, it's okay, get back up. Come on, flap those wings, you can do it. Wait, Pisces. Some of y'all are not going to be that vindictive, but the ones that are, it's like their energy is coming out the most. Some of y'all are really petty. But apparently it's well deserved. Anyway, for the vast majority, that resonate with this path or course of action. Okay, for the vast majority, y'all gonna release them to the wind because intuitively you already know it may not get better. So you're gonna stay what you're at and enjoy your present moment. Yeah, I'm here and let karma take the wheel. You don't have the time, patience, or energy to deal with this motherfucker. You don't have the time, energy, or patience to deal with this person or give them the time of day. You just want to be done. But those of y'all that are going to be petty, y'all... I'm not going to lie, y'all funny. Go ahead, fly. You can do it. Flap them wings. Come on, get up on there. You can do it. While they over here struggling to stay in the air, they struggling to stay 2 feet off the ground. For your side message, oh, you have the 10 of Earth with the 3 of Earth, along with the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Chalices. Oh, you deserve everything that you have. You are worth your weight in gold and then some. You are beautiful, glowing, and you may be accepting more support. Like if someone tried to help you in the past, yeah, if someone tried to help you in the past and you didn't give them the time of day, they may be the ones to help you stand on your feet when all of this is said and done. Or even before then. But just overall, when you get back up, you're going to do it with confidence, you're going to do it with grace. It's like you're building yourself back up, but it's not that much to build because you already have it. You just couldn't be you just couldn't fully be who you were because you had this parasite trying to drain you dry. But this is who you really are, the 10 of Earth. Responsible, reliable, always see things through to the end. Determined to make a way for herself. You may even enjoy what you do. And everything you have was well earned. You carry yourself with a lot of respect. Now, as far as with the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Chalices, someone may be coming to you because the Queen of Swords, it doesn't come across as you. Yeah, this could be either a family or a friend. And they themselves may even have tried to warn you. I told this person was no good. And maybe making you think back to all the times when you intuitively know where you saw the signs, you saw the clues, you saw the messages, but you didn't realize it at that time. Yeah, and that does sometimes happen when you get yourself into a fucked up situation. Looking back is when you realize all the signs, all the hints, all the clues that warned you in advance about a person. So you may be looking back when you talk to this person, whether it be a friend or a family member. I warned you, I warned you, I warned you. I told them exactly who they were. Yeah, they may be very blunt in what it is they're saying or how they're phrasing it. And if they're not being blunt, it's like they're emotionally insensitive to what you're going through in the present moment, in the here and now, whether it's before or after this person is gone. But most likely it is after, especially with the Three of Chalices here, because you are celebrating, you are happy, you are free. And you're not doing it alone. It gives the feeling that you have your life back. Your life is now your own to do what you want with. If you want to love, if you want to dance, if you want to sing, if you want to go out, you're just carrying a celebratory energy and you're not doing it alone. You're maybe doing it with those that care about you, love you, respect you, and only want to see the best for you, because there's a lot of love. So yeah, you may be getting back to your old life, how it was before this person ever came along. Anyway, Pisces, this is the reading that I have for you. I do hope you liked or at least gained some insight from it. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Pisces.